So welcome back to another episode of ZGN Talks, and in today's episode, we will be talking to you about 4 things that rich people do that most people don't.
So the first thing that rich people do that most people don't is they focus on being wealthy rather than, necessarily being rich. And you may be asking, well, what's the difference between being wealthy and being rich? The difference between both of them is being wealthy means you have, intergenerational wealth, you have balance in your life. And, you and your kids and your kids' kids are going to end up being rich if you so choose. So being rich is great, but it's not as sustainable as being wealthy. And, being rich is really just a side effect of being wealthy.
Now, most people get paid on their time, while rich people get specifically paid on the value/skill that they bring to the table. So say, for example, you are a worker at Target. And again, there's nothing wrong that many people work at Target, and something, frankly, that you need to do. For example, many college students and adults need smaller jobs on the side like that to be able to support their expenses, buy food, and just get around to their daily life, such as paying for food and other necessities that they need in their life. So again, that's completely fine. But let's say, for example, you are working at Target, you are only getting paid based off the amount of hours you work. And when you're constantly doing that, it's taking up a lot of your day, and you're really set on one salary or income, because you can't just go to the boss and start negotiating a different salary, because it's some sort of job that anyone can really get hired for. So they'll probably be like, okay, you want more money? I'll just hire someone else that will be able to take a job cut, or I can pay less than what I'm currently paying you. But if you run a business, for example, then you're getting paid solely off of the lives that you're helping or people that you're helping, along with the value and skills that you're bringing to the table. And again, this is something very important that separates rich people from regular people, and the reality is that they get paid, again, based off the value and skills that they bring to the table. Because say, for example, you run your business, well, then you have much more control. You're able to take capital and dump it into advertisements. You're able to talk to more people. You're able to work, in a sense, as much as you want. And at the end of the day, again, you have more control, because you're taking the money and then you're putting it to work, and you're putting it in places that make sense. So say, for example, you're running Facebook advertisements, and for every $1,000 you put in, you take out $1,500 simply because your marketing is good, your service is good, and you have testimonials. Well, then you can keep replicating that formula and method that is already working for you, and continuing to see what works for your business and directly spend your time there, instead of, oh, I'm going to work 8 hours today and only get paid $15 per hour, because that's not really a barrier that's easy to get past, unless, again, you're working for yourself, you're working for a business, or you have your business, or again, you work for another business and you're someone that's a very valuable asset to the business, and you're able to then start negotiating your contract more rather than just working off a set amount of hours.
Now, the other thing that rich people do that most people don't is they don't buy things that they can't afford. I'm sure a lot of you guys see a lot of these kids on Instagram, or a lot of these 20, 30, 40-year-olds, they're always flexed with Ferraris, flexed with Lamborghinis. But at the end of the day, a lot of the times it's usually almost everything these people have. Now, in poker, for those guys that don't know, there's a pretty good rule out there that says you should never play with more than 10% of your net worth on the table at any one time. And the same thing goes for big purchases in your life. You should never really commit more than 10% of your income or your net worth into one single expense. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of people end up, staying down, is because they keep trying to one-up people around them. And at the end of this, it's a lose-lose game, because all you're going to do is you're going to spend more money trying to, keep up with the Joneses, as people say. And you're just going to keep trying to one-up people. Unless you're Jeff Bezos, there's always going to be someone that's going to be able to, one-up you. And, at the end of the day, what it really comes down to is you have to be satisfied with what you have, and you have to be willing to make investments and not, make more expenses in your life. So please, for those guys out there listening, please don't go broke trying to look rich.
Now, this is something that most people really undervalue, and this is something that you really need to understand, in that your life and success outside of your career is just as important as your life and success inside your career. And essentially what I mean by this is what you do outside of your career is just as important as what you do inside of your career, because it really reflects how successful you are inside your career. So an example of this is, say you are currently focused on your life and you want to optimize different aspects of your life outside of your career, such as sleep, dieting, fitness, building better relationships with people, just getting to know people, because at the end of the day, human happiness is driven by our relationships with people, and we're really able to optimize these relationships with people by first optimizing ourselves, which again comes through dieting, getting good sleep, working out, and just overall being a well-rounded person that focuses on their health and themselves and those people around them. And if you're not going to do that, well, then your career won't really be correlated with the success that you really want to achieve. And let's just say for perspective, person A and person B, and these people are the same exact person. They have all of the same skills. They have all of the same knowledge. They bring the same exact value to their workplace or business. And at the end of the day, while they are the same, now you need to look at their lives outside of their career. So say person A, he constantly focuses on their diet, their sleep, their fitness, relationships with people, while person B, while he has the same exact skills and brings the same value to the table as person A, he might just spend most of his time watching Netflix, playing video games, not eating that healthy, wasting a bunch of time. And at the end of the day, while they do have the same skill and value, person A will go much farther long term simply because of how much they focus on their life outside of their career, because that is what will ultimately get them excited in the morning to wake up, work on their business, work on their company or whatever team they are a part of, and it will help that organization go much more long-term than, say, if person B was part of, say, their business, joined the business, or whatever organization they are part of. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video and got value out of it. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe, leave a comment below of what you thought about this video. Again, our Instagrams are down in the description below. If you have any questions, want to connect or network with us, feel free to shoot us a DM. And yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Adios.